welcome to the Stealthy Crafter. So today I have a whippin' chat for you. Most of you already know, WHIP stands for Work in Progress, and today I am working on Rainbow Little Dragons. I'm almost done, as you can see, almost at the end. I was working on quite a bit of it yesterday, but I saved the middle section because I figured people want to see color, because I worked on most of the black background instead, so on both sides. I'm almost done with the top part here, or with all the black. So let's see. I think for the most part today I'm probably going to focus on her horn, and maybe a little bit of the rainbow on this side. But yeah, let me get my stuff and we'll get started in just a moment. Alright, got all my stuff set up and I am ready to go. So, let's see. Start with some ABs. So, this week has not been a crazy week per se, more of a frustrating one. I hope everyone's doing well, or at least better than how my week was going. I did have a whippin' chat that I recorded a few days ago, and I could not get the file to render at all. It kept acting like it was corrupted. So I kind of just gave up and said I'll make a new one, but I didn't have time to make a brand new one like I wanted that day. And I was really busy yesterday, so I finally found time to do it today. Excuse me. So let's see. It is Sunday, so yeah, I'm extremely late making a video. But I think last talk was like not last Friday, but the Friday before, perhaps? So, I'm gonna try and catch up what has happened in all of last week. So regarding the ants that distracted me in my last video, we don't know where they live around the window area, but we have another source of ants that we've been dealing with for the last few years that like to surround our back door and around that porch area. We always been dealing with ants in that area. But let's see. When my husband went to make French toast for the kids, he pulled out a bag of brown sugar. Brand new bag, never been opened, and the ants made a hole and was covering the entire bag of sugar, so we had to throw it away. And my husband cleared out the pantry, and then like basically doused the entire floor with vinegar to kind of just, deter them, and it worked for a bit until yesterday. Yesterday he went out to make sandwiches for the kids and pulled out a jar of peanut butter, and the jar was closed tightly according to him, but ants somehow got inside of it, so we had to throw away that. Let's see, I think he found the source. There's like a little teeny tiny, like almost needle sized hole in the baseboards in the pantry, right at the very back of the wall. Excuse me. So we made some borax traps. We cleaned out the pantry again and made a couple of borax traps, and hopefully that'll get rid of them for now until the next batch of ants come through again, which would hopefully be next year. But I am not holding my breath. But these ants have been just a constant source of frustration to me and the husband, because we've been fighting with ants every single summer. It's fine during the winter during the winter time, hardly any insects at all. I guess it's just one of the perks of living in the South. So, let's see. Yeah, so yeah, we've been dealing with ants ever since we moved here 7 years ago. I think our first year, when we moved in, we noticed that were a lot of ants. And one night, my husband made traps because he got frustrated with them. And then that night, I flicked the light switch near the door area that I've talked about in the past, earlier. And coming from the outlet was was ants everywhere. It was disgusting. And that same year, they went upstairs into what our old computer room was now my youngest daughter's room, but used to be a computer room because this room that we had was the toy room. And they were like right underneath my computer, and that was not fun finding that out. It was a lot of vacuuming of dead ants and listening to me shriek about creepy crawlies. And then let's see, I probably have a story for almost every single year of ants, but it's gotten bad again because the first few years we lived here, there was construction, and then it died down, and then construction happened back up again within the last year and this year. So they started building up houses again, and last year was really bad. Like we have water damage on our back door, and we've been trying to find someone to get that fixed, and it also damaged the wall. And ants live underneath the door sill, and like I said, we got rid of them, but it's always like another batch comes in, finds it, goes, hey, this looks like a nice place, and moves right in. Rinse and repeat, a few dozen times until the end of summer, and then they all stop coming in. And then we thought we were doing good this year because usually they start appearing around April-ish, and they didn't start poking their ugly little heads until this month. So, but yeah. Otherwise, we don't really deal with any other bugs. I think like the only other bugs that we see, and it's very random, is like earwigs, and they only come in every so often, and it's like, oh, okay, and then that's it. We get we have usually a pest control to spray around the house. Plus, we're kind of paranoid about termites because a family friend we used to live with before we moved in, her house had termites. So we have like termite protection. We have like termite things all over the yard to make them go there instead. And the people that we hired usually checks those traps twice a year, I think, or every time they come. I don't know. Let's see. We're gonna go with Jay. So let's see. Yeah, and then the only other recent insect thing that we've been dealing with is we have bees in our tree next to the garage. I was about to start making rhymes like Dr. Seuss. But no, yeah, my husband went to, my poor husband, he's just finding all these bugs. He went to cut the tree because the branches was hitting up against the garage. So he was like, I'm going to just trim it. And as he was doing it, bees just started going surrounding him. He had to run inside the garage to escape them. And the branches that he's cut still is underneath the tree. He doesn't really want to go back out there to pick them up, and I can't say I blame him. So yeah, so that's been one of the eventful stuff that we've been dealing with this whole past week. Let's see, and there's Jay over here. Okay. Oh, yeah, so yesterday I was kind of hoping to have some time to record another Whip and Chat, but we were throwing a surprise, not party, but like just, I knew his parents were coming here yesterday, but he didn't, to celebrate his birthday. His birthday was on Wednesday, and he is pretending he's not 40 years old. So, but his mom messaged me asking if she could come over, actually on Wednesday, and I was like, no, on Thursday, and I was like, no. How about the weekend? Because usually, because he's working, and I knew that he would not be able to talk to them much, and it wouldn't be fun, be like, hi, thanks for showing up, bye, he has to go right back into the office and just ignore them. That's no fun. So I suggested for them to come over yesterday, and they showed up about 1-ish. Husband was shocked. He was like, so that's what you guys were, whispering about. And he made a joke about my cleaning. He goes, I was wondering why you were cleaning so much. I'm not the best cleaner. I clean when I see a huge mess, but I'm not like the most meticulous type cleaner in this house. I get on to the kids about picking up things and stuff. I don't want like bugs to show up. Unfortunately, we've got those ants, but at the same time, I'm not going to be too upset about blankets strewn about here and there all the time. Now, if it gets to become a pile on the floor, then it's like, pick that stuff up. Sorry, my allergies are really bothering me. But I did get to do those bed sheets that I said I was going to do in the last video. I actually did clean and fold all the stuff, so I did something. But yeah, in-laws came. They stayed pretty much the whole afternoon, evening, and by the time they left, I was just too tired to record a video. I was just like, my energy sap. I just need to zone out and watch YouTube videos, and that's what I did for the rest of the night, was just watch some videos and enjoy my time talking to the hubby and stuff. But some of the things that we were trying to do yesterday was we ordered groceries. We had a busy day on Thursday. We ordered groceries to go pick up, and I love being able to pick up from Walmart now, instead of like having to go to the store, deal with all 3 kids, going, I want this, I want that, having to say no, dealing with, well, at the time when the twins were younger, dealing with meltdowns, and then having to take them outside while waiting for my hubby to pay for the groceries and everything. Instead, just click everything that you want and go over and pick it up, when it's time. And it's great until they want to substitute your order. So Thursday, we got, let's see. We ordered, what was it? I ordered lasagna for yesterday, because I was trying to make sure that, let's not prep anything, but, I have, something kind of thing as a surprise, so he wasn't too suspicious. But they didn't show up with the words. They didn't show up with lasagna. They didn't. They charged us for the lasagna, but we didn't have any in our bags. And then I ordered some coffee creamer. The season's coming close to fall, and they started. I laugh because it's July, but anyway, they had pumpkin spice creamer available, and I was like, yes, I want that, because I'm missing my white chocolate macadamia creamer. It's discontinued, so I've been settling for hazelnut, but I want something different. And all that's around here is Fruity Pebbles, Funfetti, and then French vanilla. And I'm not about any of those flavors. So I was excited to see pumpkin spice from International Delight. I like that brand a lot. And I said, let's get 2 of them. They substitute for those 2 things, for 2 of those, this teeny tiny Coffee Mate pumpkin spice creamer. I'd just rather they would give me 2 hazelnuts. But everything was well. I asked my husband to go out on Saturday. That way I could clean up more without arousing suspicion. So that way we could just get the lasagna, get the creamer, and everything was fine. Came home right before they showed up. Excuse me, I'm gonna have a drink. Alright, so yeah, I had to get something to drink because I don't know why I'm having such a hard time right now. So yeah, so Thursday was busy. We also took the kids out to play a little bit before he started working, and then the library, we took them out to get some new books because they've read all the books and read them twice. I think the twins read them like 3 times. So they wanted some new books to read, so we brought them to the library and got some new ones. Nothing like chicken butt like last time, thankfully. And then we spent the rest of Thursday chilling and letting my husband finish his work. And then, of course, you know, Saturday and stuff, spent time with in-laws. So, let's see. There we go. And then, let's see. The wild talk. So, people who don't want to hear about boring old wild, you can tune out, I guess. So I read on Tuesdays and Thursdays. On Tuesday, my guild decides that since we cleared normal, Sanctum of Domination, because last week was the first week of the raid, so we only cleared it once, and on normal, they were like, we're gonna go and do heroics instead. Heroics are so much harder. Well, at least, you know, when you don't have all the gear. But, yeah, so... so we spent... It took 40 minutes to kill the first boss, the Terragru. And it was more of trying to get sure that everyone had the right animal powers and things to defeat him. But man, it was just such a pain. And then after that, it wasn't too bad. We had the Eye of the Jailer next, and I mean, we did fine for the first night. We killed the Terragru, we killed the Eye of the Jailer, and then we also defeated the 9. After that, we had a choice to go between Soul Render and Remnant of Ner'zhul. And my raid leader looked and noticed that everyone on our server was doing Soul Render. He's like, well, they defeated that instead of Remnant, so let's do that instead. We should have went to Remnant first. We spent the last hour and a half wiping and smacking our heads against this boss, and we were not making any sort of progress at all. And then we had to come back on Thursday to do this all over again, and I was just dreading it. I was like, why can't we just go back to normal? If we're having this much problem smacking our heads against this boss, we should probably, just, do a different boss altogether. And the worst part of all of this was, we were down our heal leader. So the leader for the healers, he calls out the cooldowns for them, has everything ready to go. I mean, like, and we only had 1 week of this, and that was in normal. And with heroic, you got some extra abilities that you don't have in normal, and plus, you know, different cooldowns to use and everything. And I'm not a healer. I don't know how to do call out healing cooldowns. I'm not going to tell, you know, the healers what to do when I have no idea, because they were expecting people to do it. And since I'm supposed to like audit people if they do their mythics and also do raid-in fights and stuff like that, I don't think they were expecting me, like, at least my guild leader wasn't, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, they wanted someone to call out, and I was like, I'm just going to keep my head down. I don't know how to call out for any heals. I can call out if I need healing, but, you know, I'm usually pretty good at trying to keep myself alive during those fights. There are a couple times where I'm kind of stupid, but, you know, I think everyone has those moments. But, yeah, and then on Thursday as well, I was already dreading it, and then we got a message saying that the other healer, who I deemed our god-like healer, because it doesn't matter what kind of gear this guy has, he will always top the charts healing. And it's crazy. So, but he was going to take his kid to urgent care, so we were going to probably be down another healer. And me and someone else was like, how about normal? Let's do normal. Let's do that. No. We went and bashed our heads on heroic. Luckily, the healer came back. His kid was okay, thankfully. And after another hour or so, we finally killed Soul Render. And I didn't get any loot. I know this is going to be a cry of the DPS thing. I didn't get any loot. No, it's just I'm getting kind of frustrated because I've been seeing people get a lot of gear, and all I've been getting are these darn shards and no gear to put the shards in. One of the tanks has the same issue. He and I both have like 5 shards of domination, but no gear to put these shards into the sockets at all. So we're SOL. But luckily, someone didn't want a trinket and had it up for grabs. Luckily, you know, he had high enough item level, I guess, on his trinket, so he's set it out for roll, and I won the high score, and I didn't care if it was a slight DPS loss. It wasn't, but at the moment, I was like, I don't care. I am so done with using unused trinkets. The trinket I was doing was like I had to time it with my cooldowns, and it was just a whole frustrating thing. I didn't want to be dealing with that anymore. So see, here we go. And then so I won, and it was so much easier being able to do all my cooldowns without having to use that darn trinket. So we went to we finished Soul Render, then we went to Remnant of Nazul. And this is why I said we should have went to him first. We killed him less than an hour. Literally. We could have just gone to that boss, killed him, went off with a high on the end of the night on Tuesday, and then would have been, you know, frustrated on Thursday, and then forget it by the time we come back next week. But it was okay. Everything's in the past. But yeah, it was just it was pretty easy. It's more of a heal type fight. The healers have to dispel people with something called malevolence, and when they do dispel you, or when the timer ticks down, it knocks you back almost completely, more than halfway on the platform, and if you're not careful, you can get yourself knocked off the platform. So it's a big timing issue also. Let's see. I don't know how many people were left alive on the last boss. Not on the last boss, but on that last pool. But I think it was just a few left. But we got it down. And then I found my new favorite boss to hate. I thought Soul Render was the boss I was going to hate. I liked him on normal. Didn't like him on heroic. No. I found a new boss now. Painsmith. Or as I like to dub him, Spiky Ball Man. Painsmith, as in his name, is a pain in the tuchus. The reason being, he has so much crap to try to avoid. So with Spiky Ball Man, he has spiky balls that pop up and roll towards the group. And we all have to focus on one spiky ball to take it down, and then that way we have an opening to get all of us to squeeze through. Unless you have chains on you. If you have these little circle of chains around you, you knock people back and forth all over the place. So you have to be the last ones to leave. We have people who just tries to push themselves through, and then of course they knock everyone else around. It was not. I do not like that boss. No, I don't. And then he also has spikes that come out of the ground. Tank has to run away when he gets targeted with an axe. Once the guy throws the axe at him, spikes flee up from the direction where the tank is, so you have to avoid that. Sorry. I do not like that boss one bit. But yeah, so we ended the night with him. Still didn't defeat him. That's okay. Maybe we'll defeat him next week. I'll let you guys know. And then we had on Wednesdays Mythic Plus nights, and the healer that he called out for the week, he was going to be missing on Wednesday. Our normal Mythic Plus healer. He's in a wedding, I think. So he was gone for the whole week. But let's see. So we had to have a replacement healer. And we didn't get to do as much as we wanted because the replacement healer, he couldn't get on until like 30 minutes past the normal time what we normally do mythics, which is fine. He's not on our schedule. We were asking him to fill in, so but it was just we only had enough time to do 2 mythics, and I gotta find time somewhere this week. I have 2 days left to try and see if I can get 2 more. I mean, I've done my 2 for the... I've done my 1 for the week. I am only required to do 1, so... But I'd like to have another 2 for another piece, a chance of loot in the vault that might be better. So, yeah. And then I just found out that my raid leader, he has the normal raid going on tonight on Sunday. I'm not sure if I really want to go. I probably should, especially since I still need loot, and there could be a chance of, you know, the dagger dropping from the last boss, especially if we're able to kill it. But since it's like not an official raid thing, it's going to be starting like 30 minutes earlier than our normal raid time, which means like 8:30 instead of 9. And I would like to spend some time with my oldest this week, because she and I started watching Sailor Moon. Not the one that I watched growing up, Sailor Moon Crystal instead. And we were watching the English version instead because she didn't want to read subtitles, which is fine. I'll read the subtitles sometime later, so. But, we started watching that together. And she's enjoying it, and she's wanting to watch more. We already got to the part where, let's see, we have Sailor Mars, and I think we went past the Masquerade Ball. I think the next episode's about when we first see Sailor Jupiter, so, and I know that she really wants to watch that tonight. I didn't say yes if we could or not, but I would like to spend some time with her on that, especially since I didn't want the twins watching it. They pick up on cuss words pretty quickly. My oldest knows not to repeat them, but the younger two, they don't seem to get that, these words aren't meant to be said. Only adults can say them. So they'll repeat anything. Parrots. That's what they are. Little mima birds. So, I'm debating about whether I should or not, if I should go. And plus, also, since it's not an official raid, there's not really a end time in sight. So it could be until the raid, until we kill all 10 bosses, which could take all the way, till, 1, 2 o'clock at night. And I really don't want to be, raiding for over 4 or 5 hours at a time. And he doesn't seem to get a grasp on people need breaks. So I might not, to tell you the truth, but then that means tomorrow I might have to find time for mythics. And I don't feel like playing it. I've been I was so excited about WoW, but with this whole week, I've been just kind of down in the dumps about it. Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. But yeah, I've been down in the dumps about it. I was kind of hoping with this expansion that well, not expansion, this patch, it would help me get excited for the game again, and I was excited for a period of time. But after seeing seeing the end of the raid, and I won't spoil it. I mean, I had a feeling it was going to happen, but still, I'm a little disappointed. And it's not just the storyline, because the storylines, they normally write a really great story. It's just how everything, the gameplay's been. I've been just I want Legion back in a way. Because I really did enjoy that expansion, even though that expansion caused me to find the guild that I am in now. I have some bad beginnings with Legion because of my old guild, but it did help me find the one that I'm in that I love. But it's just I really liked how they had all the systems laid out, and it seems like they're trying to recreate Legion, but making it worse and worse with each expansion. And I thought with flying being unlocked that I would have some enjoyment playing, and it is fun being able to finally fly around and gather herbs and be ready a lot quicker with for raid ingredients. But I'm just still having trouble finding the enthusiasm to log in, which is not something that you should happen for a game that, you're paying $15 a month for. You want to have the enthusiasm to log in and be like, I can't wait to play, not, oh god, I have to log on and do raid. Oh god, I have to go on and do mythics. And that's been my feeling a lot lately. And mainly most of the time, the main reasons I still play is because I have a good group of friends that I want to interact and talk to. But other than that, there's really nothing holding me to play. And it's kind of sad. And I'm hoping that I'll find the enthusiasm to play again. But we'll see, I guess. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be a downer. Let's see. So, in happier news, I guess, we'll steer away from WoW. people probably are done listening to it. So I ordered, I think I mentioned this in the last video. I ordered Warm Witch from Diamond Art Club, not last Saturday since it's been a whole week, but the Saturday before. And it should be here on Tuesday. And I was hoping to make an unboxing on it, but I noticed that a couple people have already made videos on it, and I'm not sure anymore. I might still. But I really want to get on that soon. I saw that I forgot who it was. So there was the Drills and Chills event in September was being announced, and if once the details come out, if Warm Witch is okay in that, I'm going to use that as my entry. So I think or just for the reason of it's Halloween. I love Halloween. I don't like the creepy aspect. I like spooky stuff, but I don't want to be scared. So and I'm excited about fall coming up, which is why I'm like pumpkin spice creamer everything right now. I want to get back to the warmer, not warmer. I want to get back to the cooler weather before winter. And I want to see fall colors again. I love those tones. Purple is always my favorite color, but fall and stuff is always my favorite season. And I gravitate to browns, blacks, and oranges a lot. When it's not purple type stuff, I will always go to like a orange brown type color, which is probably why a lot of downstairs has that kind of tone. I've gotten the house painted, and I might talk a story about that in the future. Let me know if you want to hear about my adventure with, as I dubbed it, the painter's house. My Mythic Plus guild and group and I had to have a lot of chats about that. They cheered me up through the entire process when I was being stressed out from it. But anyway, yeah, I love to get some fall stuff back in here because I just want some cooler weather. I'm tired of this 90 plus things. I'm tired of like how it feels like 99 all the time, and I'm so grateful that we have the AC. It's gotten to the point where I wear long sleeves a lot because we have the AC that cold. Because my husband prefers it a lot colder than I do. I'll set the AC at 73 and be completely content. He has to have it slightly. If it goes down a degree or so, I'm freezing already. So I usually wear long sleeve shirts around the house because I never know when I'm starting to get a cold shiver. Sometimes I'm fine. Like right now I'm wearing short sleeves, but once the AC kicks on, I'm immediately pulling my jackets back on again. And plus he has fans going on everywhere. But I'm still, I can't wait for fall. I'm just needing some sort of type of cool weather in my life right now. I have a cross-stitch pattern that's underneath my table of the fall fairy. So like I said, I like that seasonal. Sorry, I tend to go on a tangent about things. But to bring it back. Let's see. Yeah, so Warm Witch is supposed to be coming in a couple of days, and I'm debating about unboxing that. But I also have a bunch of paintings that I got in within the last few weeks that were all pre-orders back in April. And I don't have anything that I've ordered since I'm still on a no-buy. I haven't ordered anything as of yet. But I was debating about maybe once my no-buy is over, maybe to buy from different companies. And if you guys have a suggestion where you would like me to order from, let me know, because I have a couple of ideas, because I've seen a couple of patterns that paintings that I like from, let's see, DIY Moon Shop. I've seen that. Then there's also, of course, Distracted by Diamonds, but I never am able to get stuff from there. I mean, like, I got their wax from Patty Wax, but you know, it's still a lot harder to get some of the diamond paintings, especially kinds that I like. So if you have any ideas or suggestions, let me know, and I'll check it out. Excuse me. Otherwise, I'll probably be just snooping around and figuring out what I want for myself, because there's a lot of cute things that I've seen. I am obsessed with like dragons and fantasy things and mermaids. Like my daughter, she's gonna get a mermaid in her bedroom. Like one of the diamond paintings that I bought was a mermaid, so she's going to be excited about that. And then my son, he is going to have a dragon once I can afford to get that one. I think it's called I Am. And it's going to match his room, because it's red and oranges and, you know, basically fire stuff. And his room is painted red. I'll tell this. I will tell this story sometime in the future. But basically, like, I let the kids go crazy with their colors. They had full range of whatever color they wanted for their rooms, and people told me that, resale value, blah blah blah. I don't care. My kids want a color, they're gonna get a cool color for their walls. I never gotten that growing up. I got stuck with boring beige walls with holes in them. They're going to have something cool instead of boring white walls, because that's what we were dealing with for the first 6 years of this house, was white walls everywhere. But yeah, so it's going to match his room. I have like themes for each of the kids' rooms. Let's see, where's the arrow? There's the arrow. No, that's A. Man, my dyslexia is kicking my butt today. Don't think I have anything else I want to go on a tangent about. Oh, my new neighbors. I finally met them last night. No, this isn't a rant or anything. But I finally met the neighbors last night when we were waving goodbye to the in-laws. The twins. I felt so bad for them. They started crying once their Nana and Papa left. And as they were crying, I looked up and noticed that the new neighbors were outside. And I went to the edge of our street. I didn't want to cross over since I didn't have my mask with me. And waved hi. We talked a little bit, and I felt so bad for them. The first week they moved in, apparently their AC broke too, and they haven't been able to get it repaired. And the poor woman, she's due next week. She says she's going to hospital next week, and she's been without AC this long, and oh my goodness. And I hope that she gets it repaired really soon. But I met her son, and he's so cute. Especially when he was trying to pronounce his name. It was like, oh, he was on the younger end, and he was like toddler age. But man, it's just like, of course, like whenever I see a baby or a young toddler, or I see my children's pictures, I go, I want one. And then my husband's like, no. And it's not a good idea. I do not want to risk having another set of twins. Because I was told, since I had one set of twins, I have the risk increases for my next, if I got pregnant again, that my next pregnancy could be multiples again, especially as my age increases. And I'm just like, yeah, maybe no more kids. Three's enough. Three's a nice odd number. It's a nice number. You want to stop there. My husband already was wanting to stop at 2, and I was like, I want 3, but I was expecting 3 as 1, 2, 3, not 1, 2, 3. But I wouldn't change it any other way, to be honest. Alright, I'm going to finish putting this color in, and then I will talk to you guys later. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If not, don't worry about it. Also, if you want to keep seeing more, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.